What's up?
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
What's moist, my man?
Where you at?
So we were having this discussion in the front zone earlier. It was so there's moist, there's damp, the wet now.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Shoot.
Sopping.
Hey, guess what? I've been here all day.
Clammy.
Anyway.
Soaked. Yeah. What do you?
Damp.
Damp. Moist.
Damp?
Yeah, moist. Damp. Wet.
Dewy.
Dewy.
Oh.
That was the one.
Oh, like the decimal system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Juice.
But it described
Like
wetness.
a child duck.
Terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible. Like you don't want a dewy cake.
No. Oh God.
Swampy.
Yeah.
But you also don't want a wet cake.
You don't want a wet
defeats
cake.
dryness.
You want a
Yeah.
moist cake.
Moist cake, yes.
But dewy. Dewy cake has mold in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I have interesting questions about a drenched cake, perhaps.
A drenched cake. A soup cake.
Yeah.
Drenched in chocolate.
Yeah.
Or
some sort of liqueur. Yeah.
Soaked
Oh, yeah.
cake, I'm kind of back in though.
But I don't
Yeah?
want, I
Soaked
don't
in
want a
what?
sopping cake of rum.
Oh, I gotta make my fruitcakes. Get
Yeah.
rid of the wet pants.
Graham, we need to get out of this bit. Also,
I
Graham,
can't.
I'm forever inside it.
Stop. I'm trapped in the wet.
The wet is within you, and you are within the wet.
Simply accept the wet. What?
Diamonds are wet.
Diamonds are wet. Oh boy. The song was called Dim Sum Paradise.
By OCT.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, Chris told me about it when we were catching up, and then I listened to it, and I went, oh, this is really good. It's so catchy. And I'm so glad that he was around to see it. That song is so stupid in the best way. I love the list this year, y'all. I love it so much. It's so good.
Last wet hero.
Thunderbolt and Wetfoot.
Anyway.
Wet Cemetery. That's very good. That's very good.
Or Love and Wet.
I've seen a lot of Oppenheimer variants, all of them going Oppenwetmer or Opwetheimer, and it just feels like it should be Wettenheimer, right?
Yeah.
I am become wet.
What are you, some kind of Wettenheimer?
Is Koyana Squetsy anything?
Oh, wow.
Boy on this wetsy.
I'm just terrified that every day after Wet Ones, a different media type
Yeah.
is now like the focus.
Well, it will be now.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I put the evil out there.
oh brother, wet art thou?
That's very strong. Julie Rogue asked if there will be a dump truck this year. I don't know. Maybe. Stick around, but like, I don't like a lot of that energy and money went into Wet Ones, so we'll see. But I'm not making promises. Wet truck? Well, it's better than the alternative.
Dry truck?
Dump wet.
Oh.
Dry truck.
Dump wet, dump often. Desert bus.
Wet truck was my nickname in high school. Well, Vaison, I'm sorry to hear that.
Desert bus is wet, truck, send tweet.
It's like a wet truck.
Oddly descriptive.
It's painful and also like a little degrading at the same time. It's just that slappy
You
sound.
can hear it, yeah.
punched.
The tailgate just rattles and splashes a bit.
Subway
Yeah, that
eat
sounds
wet.
infinitely worse. A fistful of wets.
BK, have it wet way.
The engineering of Dr. Web. Anyway. Well, I don't know why I said it anyway, like I had somewhere to go. Just to keep reading chat saying wet things, I don't know.
Wet.
Sure. I mean,
Wet.
yeah.
Wet, 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 wet,
Yeah.
wet, 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 wet. Wet. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm wetting it. No. No.
No.
Uh,
Nike, just wet it.
just wet it.
All right.
It's wet inside.